2025 Kia K5 has been heavily refreshed, featuring brand new front and new lights, several different new technology items on the interior, as well as some changes underneath the hood. And this is the EX model. So this is the top of the line, the most luxurious one, the most expensive one. And today, thanks to Kia of Port Charlotte, Florida, I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out outside, inside, test drive, the whole 9 yards. If you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get back to this. So right away, you can see that there are some differences from the last model years to this one, and that's because of the brand new lights. So let's get the closer look and see what we have. I like these LED daytime running lamps slash turn signals that create this very unique light signature on this vehicle. We also have the LED reflector headlamps. Down here underneath, you have some open spaces for the air to go through for better aerodynamics. And if you can see, there is a piano black grille right here on the top, but the bottom of it is finished with the matte gray front view camera. Kia logo right on top of the hood. And if you like the color of it, they call it interstellar gray, looking really nice and sharp. But let's see what's underneath the hood of this one. And let's take a look. First of all, the hood opens nice and easy, and that's because it's propped up by the two hood struts. It's got some sound insulation underneath. And let's take a look. So last year, we had the 1.6-liter turbocharged engine as the base engine for the Kia K5. This year, we have the 2.5-liter four-cylinder naturally aspirated engine, and that produces 191 horsepower, 181 foot-pounds of torque, made it to a regular 8-speed automatic transmission. Can be either selected with the front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. This one is a front-wheel drive. Gas mileage, 29 miles per gallon combined. We're going to get in-depth of it in just a little bit and take it for a spin at the end of this video. As we turn around the corner, you can see that this side profile is very similar to what we've seen on the last year model. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Take a look at the wheel and tire setup. This 18-inch wheels, dual color. We have the polished aluminum top and black on the inside. Of course, all-wheel disc brakes, and there's no adaptive suspension, or not even an option for one on the K5. Let's take a look and see what we have as far as the mirror. So the mirror cap is the same color as the rest of the vehicle. On the side, you see the side view camera, turn signal, and a blind spot assist. Top of the windows are covered with chrome, and that's because this trim actually connects both sides of the vehicle. Overall, it is a pretty large sedan. 193 inches is the total length of it. Now let's take a peek in the back. And here in the back, it features the brand new tail lamps. This is all LED. That includes the tail lamps, of course, the turn signals, and the brake lights. Right here at the bottom, you have the reverse lights and the reflector lights. And then instead of the regular exposed exhaust, Kia chose to just have the trim pieces that look like one. Diffuser style bottom portion of the bumper, and right here you have the rear view camera, Kia logo. And let's push this open. Let's see how much room we have, and that's about 15.5 cubic feet, so that's probably the largest in its class. You have the 60-40 split as far as the seats if you need to extend it even further. This vehicle has some floor mats and the temporary use spare tire. You also have two levers to help you fold down the seats if you needed to, and right on top you have this handle to help you pull down this trunk closed. Starting with this rear door panel, let's take a look. Now, this is all soft materials. This is soft. This is soft. You have this nice imitation wood trim, as well as some polished aluminum trim, piano black. You have the window opening, a little bit more storage underneath here, so definitely more premium than on some of the other sedans that I've seen. Now, the seats are covered in Softex, which is basically Kia's man-made leather. They have some perforations. They have some solid pieces right in here. Overall, a good-looking design. Right here in the middle, you also have this foldable armrest with the cup holders. Both seats, driver and passenger, feature seat back storage, and unlike the GT line, this one actually have the vent right here in the console, plus 2 USB Type-C ports, and then you have this bump in the middle because this vehicle, as I mentioned before, can be either equipped with the front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. All right, let me see if I can get inside of here. Okay. Front seat adjusted to my regular driving position. I am 5'11", just over 5'11". I have plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom, and plenty of shoulder room as well. The sitting position is nice and comfortable. Let's see what we have in the front. Before we get inside, let me show you the remote for this brand new Kia K5. So this is the new Kia style remote. On top you have the lock, unlock, hold to open up the trunk, hold for the panic button, and hold to start this vehicle. Pretty lightweight. We've seen it, I think, started off with the Telluride. And let's take a look and see what's going on. Here on the doors, you have this little indent. That means that this vehicle can't be locked or unlocked without pressing any buttons. As you can see, it has the power folding mirrors, which we didn't have on the GT line. Let's open it up and let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Boom. And that is a very solid sound. In front, in addition to what we've seen in the back, we feature 2 memory seat settings, of course, the window mirror lock controls, and we have the 12-speaker Bose stereo, a little bit more storage at the bottom of the door. Moving inside this cabin, you have the adjustments, power adjustments on both driver and passenger side door. The seats, nice. They're not really sculpted. They're good as far as the support, but they're not great. And let me jump inside. I'll show the rest of this interior. And here's the brand new interior of this 2025 K5. We've seen this very similar to the GT line, but there are some differences. First of all, we have a different trim. This is that simulated wood trim piece that we've seen on the door. This is all nice and soft on top, kind of a vinyl wrapped dashboard. And we have this huge bezel. Now, this part is the same. This is the 12.3-inch screen that we've seen on the GT line, but this is different. And I'm going to show you what the differences are. What's different is also the steering wheel. If you remember on the GT line, we had the flat bottom with the GT line badge at the bottom here. This one is a round steering wheel, but it's good size. It's the right thickness, and it's thicker in the right spots to help you grip it. Now, underneath here, you have some contrast stitching, the Kia logo in the middle, and a bunch of buttons on either side. So this controls mode and custom button. Both of them can be customizable to several different features of it. You have the voice control, volume control, phone control, menu for what's going on in the instrument cluster. You have the adaptive cruise control and the lane keep assist buttons on this side. And this is what the difference is. First of all, it's got my favorite feature, which is the blind view assist, which turns on the camera on either mirror as you turn on your turn signals. That's definitely a nice and safety feature here. And let's see what else we have. So several different views are available. Let me see if this one is actually connected to the drive mode. And it's not, so let me fix that. And here it is. I just connected it to the drive mode. So in normal drive mode, we're going to see this. Sport's going to give you a little bit more rudder background. And my drive's going to go back basically to where the normal drive mode was. But these are your 3 driving modes. And let's see as far as the customization in here, what else do we have? Well, we can scroll down here, different trip options, tire pressure. Now we can go to the compass, lane keep assist, and again, back to the tire pressure. So not a whole lot of customization, but it is pretty nice, visible, and I love that blind view monitoring system. By the way, on the right-hand side, that's your tachometer. On the left-hand side, your speedometer. We have 145 miles to empty, and on the other side, it has the temperature control. At the bottom, it says that we're in park and 89 degrees outside. And here's the newest Kia infotainment system. We're not going to go through all of the features of it, but let's check this out. It's got a built-in navigation system, which is a huge plus. Nice, easy to read, easy to see. As far as your radio, we have the FM, AM, and then Sirius XM. As far as the features of it, and then going to your phone projection is going to allow you to connect your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay using either a wireless connection or using a cable, your choice. So cancel this. You have the voice memo, allows you to record short voice messages, weather, valet mode, vehicle diagnostics, setup. Okay, this allows you to customize a lot of things in here, including the screen layouts. Okay, so now we have the gauge style, either circle or simple, which you can do that as well. And let's see. We have style A, B, and C, or you can connect it to the different drive modes as I showed you before. Now let's move over here to voice recognition, data network, general settings. Different buttons can be customized as well. And go back, see what else we have. Maintenance, HD radio, data, notifications, online manual, basically a link to your online owner's manual. Put it in reverse and let's see what's going on. Yes, so we do have the 360 camera, a huge improvement, I think, and then GT line didn't have it. So you have the active trajectory lines, and you can see they move also on the side. That's very important because if I were to, let's say, turn it all the way, I could probably curb my wheel, and that's an easy damage and really expensive one. So that's good to see that it has it. Now, as far as the different angles, you can see the top-down view. Now you have the side views, and here's your rear view camera. And you can also see the vehicle from the outside, spin it around however you want to do it. And that's your rear view camera. It's a good quality, takes up most of the screen, most of the real estate that you have as far as the screen. Good looking, no question. Moving down here, there's another screen. This is, again, a change from what we've seen in 2023 or 2024 to 2025. This type of screen, I think the first one that I've seen was in the Kia EV6, where it's a double function screen. Like right now, we see the volume, power, home, map, search, seek, track, media. And there's a custom button and setup and file tune on the other side. But if I click this, if I click this little fan down here at the bottom, it goes to a full HVAC screen, right? So we have the temperature control, we have some shortcuts for the front window defogger, rear window defroster, and then here's your temperature controls. By the way, of course, we have the dual zone climate control. And, you know, we've also featured the heated and ventilated seats. I'll show you where that turns on. But this is a very cool and user-friendly system. Down here, you have the USB Type-C that you can either charge or charge and transfer data to the vehicle. This is for charging on the wireless charging pad right here and the regular 12-volt power outlet. As far as the shifter, we have the regular traditional style shifter. Nothing too crazy as far as the drives, but you can move it to the bottom and shift it to the left to do manual shifting, as there are no pedal shifters on the steering wheel. Two large cup holders. Then we have the auto hold, electronic parking brake, parking camera, and parking sensors. Here's where your heated and ventilated seats are. And I got to tell you, here in Florida, especially right now, it's only 9:15 a.m. on Memorial Day, and it is hot out here. So I have this ventilated seat. Whew, it feels better already. Now we can also have the heated seats and steering wheel. This is where you change your drive modes. A bit more storage, and if you want to extend storage, this console opens up as well. Up on top, okay, no digital mirror. This is just a regular mirror. I don't see any home link system or anything like this. You have the LED lights up on top, and yes, this vehicle has a panoramic sunroof, one touch operation. It slides open, letting a lot of air, letting a lot of light in here. Also a nice size as far as the windscreen. And there you go. You have the Kia Connect, and you also have the emergency button. Now, it's important to mention that this vehicle also features a digital key, which if you are subscribed, you can actually use one of the approved devices, such as your cell phone, to unlock the key. What's even more important, you can actually text message or send this key to another person. So let's say husband and wife situation, wife lost the key. Not stereotype, right? But okay, wife lost the key. And she calls you and she goes, like, hey, honey, I lost the key to my car. She goes like, okay, well, you have your cell phone? Yep. Okay, well, send her the digital key and she's going to be able to get in the vehicle and drive it home. Well, that's a very convenient feature. I think this is where a lot of vehicles are going to. Overall, a great looking interior. Let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I'd love to hear your comments. Now let's talk about pricing and take it for a spin. I think the new K5 is priced really competitively in the segment. So it starts at $26,990, and that's for the LXS front-wheel drive trim. Then we go to the GT line front-wheel drive at $27,990 for $1,000 more. You get the nicer rims, nicer exterior accents. So I really like that model, and I reviewed it just recently. So if you want to look at that video, you can do that too. The GT line is also available in the all-wheel drive, and that's $29,590, so $1,500 more for the all-wheel drive. Then we have the GT. Now the GT is a different animal, $33,090, but it is a vehicle that has the 290 2.5 liter turbocharged engine. So I'm really excited if they get it, because I don't think any of the dealerships gotten one yet. But once they get it, I'm definitely going to bring that on the channel. It's kind of like the Sonata N line. And then we have the EX, which is this one right here, $34,490 as the standard MSRP. And there's a few packages that you can add to it. But in the world of midsize sedans, where you have the Toyotas that are topping $40,000, same thing with Hondas, yeah, this is a nice and competitive pricing. Well, let's take it for a quick spin. And since we have this open parking lot right here, I'm going to start with this turning radius. And let's see, 1, 2. Okay, so 2 full turns almost. And turn it. Nice and tight. No issues. Okay, so as far as the turning radius, pretty good. Put it in sport mode. Okay, we'll do a little twist and turns here, since it's nice, safe, and controlled. And yeah, there's a little bit of a body roll, but it's not bad. I mean, as far as the sport mode, I think it changes up the gearing and where the gears are shifting, and it also tightens up the steering wheel, but just the steering wheel itself, not the suspension or anything like this, because it doesn't have the adaptive suspension or the adaptive dampers in here. And you know, as far as the drive, we have a nice big windshield, decent sized mirrors, good visibility. I mean, I love the idea of this blind spot view. We've seen it on several different Hyundai and Kia models, and this is, I think this should be included in all of the vehicles. It's really a nice feature. All right, let's see traffic merging. Okay, not bad. Got it up to about 40, 50. Okay, and we have the 8-speed automatic transmission, the regular torque converter versus the CVT for the most of the competitors. Like, I kind of wish that this, oh, here you go. There's an adjustment for it, duh. Well, yeah, I had the lumbar just pushing my back out, and that wasn't very comfortable, but yeah. It does have the lumbar adjustments, and it's in and out, so you can definitely make sure that you have the right position for you. And the seats are comfortable. Like I said in the beginning, they're not super supportive, but you know, for the regular everyday drive vehicle, this is not bad. Feels good. It's quiet when you drive it. No excessive noises. You can hear the engine once you step on it, but that's not bad. So definitely a worthy competitor in the segment. We have a brand new Camry that just came out, which is hybrid only. It's a little bit more powerful. It's got about 10 more horsepower or so, and it's also got a lot better gas mileage. But you know, as far as the technology, I think this one beats it, unless of course you get the top of the line Camry and then you add a whole bunch of equipment, then you're going to be over $40,000. So this vehicle is just over $35,000 the way it sits, and I'm going to list everything in the description of this video so you can check it out and make your own comparison. So in the sedan market right now, what do we have? Well, we have the Honda Accord, which is the most sensible sedan, a lot of publications call it. It's a very plain vehicle, in my opinion. It's great. You know, I love Hondas. I own one myself, not the Accord, but the Pilot. But I love the brand, and I think they're great. But you know, it doesn't offer anything in terms of the wow factor as far as the look of it, and as far as the technology on the interior. It's fairly base, unless of course you go to the top of the line trim, and then like I said before, you're looking at $40,000. Same thing with Camry. Camry, great new vehicle, the hybrid system. I was really impressed with it, driving it. I mean, with the miles per gallon from 47 to 50 for the base LE trim, I mean, it's definitely a great competitor in the market. Pricing, unfortunately, same thing. I mean, you get the top of the line XSE with a few features on it, and you're crossing over that $40,000 line. Well, the Altima, well, I wasn't really impressed with the Altima. It's been around for a while, and I think Nissan kind of just gave up on it. Not sure if the new one's going to be coming up anytime soon. But again, this probably wouldn't be my first choice. And of course, we have the new Sonata. The new Sonata is the same thing as the K5, except, you know, in slightly different body, and that has been refreshed too. Price-wise, very competitive to the K5, and of course, because it is the same company, so they need to make it. I don't know, is this better than the competition? I think it's definitely worthy to look at, but it all depends on what your needs are as far as the vehicle. Because if you're looking at the gas mileage strictly, then definitely the Toyota will beat it. But if you're looking at the equipment, then this one is, well, if not the top, definitely one of the top candidates. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you liked it. And if you learned something, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.